What if I told you, you chose this life before you were born? Not randomly, not accidentally, but deliberately down to the struggles you face, the people you meet, even the moments that nearly broke you. It sounds like mystical storytelling, but here's the twist: modern neuroscience is beginning to point in the same direction. This isn't reincarnation folklore or wishful thinking. This is hard science. Your brain constantly filters reality based on pre-existing patterns, what neuroscientists call predictive coding. You don't experience life as it is. You experience life as your mind expects it to be. Ancient wisdom called this soul contracts. Science calls it preloaded cognitive frameworks. Different language, same mechanism. And here's where it gets fascinating. If your brain is wired to follow a script, then there's a biological loophole, a way to rewrite the story you believe you chose. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 10 powerful techniques that tap directly into this hidden system. Methods that shift perception, rewire identity, and unlock a deeper sense of purpose. This isn't about blind belief. This is about using your mind the way it was designed. Part 1. The origin story reframe protocol. Most people think their past defines them, that their childhood, trauma, or mistakes locked in their identity forever. But here's something that will blow your mind. Your brain rewrites your memories every time you recall them. The past isn't fixed. It's reconstructed. This is technique number 1 out of 10, the origin story reframe protocol. Take 10 minutes each night for 7 days. Choose one painful memory and rewrite its meaning on paper. Not the event, just the interpretation. Ask, what was this preparing me for? Then create a new empowering narrative and read it out loud. Your brain doesn't store events. It stores meaning. Change the meaning and neural pathways begin to shift. Start reframing your past and watch your identity transform. Part 2. The future memory imprint method. You assume the future hasn't happened yet. That is something you wait for, but your brain disagrees. It responds to imagined experiences almost the same way it responds to real ones. This is technique number 2 out of 10. The future memory imprint method. Every morning for 5 minutes. Close your eyes and vividly imagine a specific future moment, one where you've already become who you want to be. Add detail, sounds, emotions. Repeat the same scene daily for 21 days. This activates the hippocampus, the part of your brain that encodes memory and expectation. Start installing future memories and watch your behavior align with them. Part 3. The identity override technique. You think change starts with action. Do something different, then become someone new. But neuroscience flips that. Identity always precedes behavior. This is technique number 3 out of 10. The identity override technique. Write down one identity you want to embody. Then, for 3 days, speak and act as if it's already true. Not perfectly, but consistently. Even in small moments, your brain seeks consistency between identity and action. Once the identity shifts, behavior follows automatically. Start embodying who you choose to be and watch your reality reorganize. Part 4. The emotional signal reset method. You believe your emotions are reactions to life, but they're actually signals guiding your perception. Your brain uses emotion to decide what matters. This is technique number 4 out of 10. The emotional signal reset method. When you feel a strong negative emotion, pause for 90 seconds. Focus only on your breath. Then ask, what is this trying to teach me? Write one answer immediately. This interrupts the amygdala's threat response and activates the prefrontal cortex, your rational control center. Start decoding your emotions and watch clarity replace chaos. Part 5. The selective attention alignment protocol. You think you see the world objectively, but your brain filters 99% of reality. It shows you what it thinks you need to see. This is technique number 5 out of 10. The selective attention alignment protocol. Pick one goal. For the next 5 days, consciously look for evidence that supports it. Opportunities, signs, patterns. Write down 5 examples daily. This trains your reticular activating system, the filter that decides what enters your awareness. Start directing your focus and watch opportunities appear everywhere. Part 6. The micro-decision momentum system. People wait for big changes, big breakthroughs, big moments, but transformation hides in the smallest decisions. Every choice rewires your brain. This is technique number 6 out of 10. The micro-decision momentum system. Choose one small habit aligned with your future self. Do it 5 times daily for 14 days. Keep it simple. Drink water, stand tall, speak confidently. Each repetition strengthens neural pathways tied to your new identity. Start stacking small wins and watch massive change unfold. Part 7. The belief disruption sequence. You think your beliefs are yours, but most were installed without your awareness. Family, society, environment. This is technique number 7 out of 10. The belief disruption sequence. Write down one limiting belief. Then ask, is this absolutely true? 5 times, each time going deeper. Replace it with a more empowering alternative. And repeat it 10 times. Daily. This weakens old neural connections while strengthening new ones. Start questioning your beliefs and watch your limitations dissolve. Part 8. The present moment expansion method. You're always chasing the next moment, the next goal, the next breakthrough, but power only exists now. This is technique number 8 out of 10. The present moment expansion method. Set a timer for 3 minutes, 3 times a day. Focus entirely on your senses, what you see, hear, and feel. No thoughts about past or future. This reduces default mode network activity, the part of your brain responsible for overthinking. Start anchoring yourself in the present and watch anxiety fade. Part 9. The narrative control framework. You think life happens to you, but your brain is constantly telling a story about what's happening, and that story shapes your reality. This is technique number 9 out of 10. The narrative control framework. At the end of each day, write a 5-sentence summary of your day, but frame it as progress. Even challenges become steps forward. This rewires how your brain categorizes experiences. Start controlling your narrative and watch your confidence grow. Part 10. The purpose activation protocol. You think purpose is something you find, something hidden, something distant, but purpose is something you assign meaning to. This is technique number 10 out of 10. The purpose activation protocol. Choose one daily activity: work, exercise, conversation, and assign it a higher purpose. Say, this is building discipline, or this is strengthening connection. Repeat it before starting. This links routine actions to deeper motivation systems in your brain. Start assigning purpose and watch your life feel intentional. These aren't random techniques. They're a complete system. Each one taps into the same principle. Your brain is not passively experiencing life. It's actively constructing it. Ancient traditions called this destiny, soul contracts, chosen paths. Modern science calls it neural patterning, predictive coding, and cognitive frameworks. Different language, same truth. And now you see it. You're not stuck in a life you didn't choose. You're operating on patterns you can change. Your transformation doesn't start tomorrow or next week. It starts the moment you decide to rewrite the script. Because if you chose this life once, you can choose it again. Your future self is waiting.